Come home late, seems you barely beat the sun. Tapping my shoulder, smelling like some fragrance that I don't even wear. But if you want some, I suggest you go back, well, where you came from. Heard it all before. If you chilling in the bed with nothing to do, get up. It's time for a night renew.
Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Oh, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Oh.
What's going on, everybody? It's your favorite new girl in the weather, and you're watching Nicely New Podcast, where it'll be all right by the end of the night. What's new with me? I don't know if y'all can tell or not, but I colored my hair. Check it out. Wow, this stuff burns. It don't burn, but it's strong, and I can't breathe. Now, why y'all say here and let me do this? Now I look like a lunch lady by the head. Like, go on over there and get you an Usher Jew, baby. It's okay. I look like a lunch lady by the head. Right now, I still have issues with Betsy Lou. I'm still in the process of looking for a car, but a lot of the places that I've been to 3 different car lots up here, and so far none of them are doing like trade-ins. They're not accepting trade-ins and stuff. So because of that, it's kind of delaying me. For one, I do need to get rid of the car, but at the same time, I'm just gonna have to save up and then just get a car that way, that's fine too. So in the meantime, I'm probably gonna try to figure out a way to like sell Betsy, because where I'm currently living or whatever, I don't even have an adequate enough space to be able to park 2 vehicles anyway. So I'm not gonna be able to have 2 cars. Like, I would love to keep Betsy and then just get her fixed, hopefully. But at the same time, it's not gonna be conducive to me to be able to have 2 cars. So that's what's going on right now. A lot of y'all also had asked me to make a registry for like a housewarming type of situation, because I just moved into my new place. So I have done that. I will put a link to that in the description. If you want to help out, you can. If you don't, that's fine too. But it was a couple of my supporters that even mentioned it, and I wasn't going to do it at first because I feel like I'm a big girl and I really don't be liking to ask for help or anything like that. But you know what? It's y'all offer it, so I'm putting it out there. Also, I think I have it set up correctly that I do have a few things on there, but if there are something on there that you feel like you would like for me to have that's not on the list, I think you can get it as well and still just send it as a gift. There was a 39-year-old football coach by the name of Demetrius Beverly that got deleted recently for basically tiptoeing into another man's bushes. He was having an affair. He was actually married himself, but he was having an affair with this younger girl. She's like 21. And while they was boot knocking, the girl's boyfriend had walked in on them, caught them in the act. So the boyfriend decided that he wanted to, shoot him. And so Demetrius is now deleted. He is no longer with us. A lot of people having discussions about how they feel about it or whatever, whatnot. So I guess I'll put my two cents into it. First of all, I've noticed that there are a lot of men who are like justifying the young man for taking his life. I don't necessarily agree with that. It's never worth it. No amount of gym is ever worth it, y'all. I guess I'm gonna start off with Demetrius. Demetrius is the one that got deleted. You're married. You somebody's husband anyway. So that's what you get for living foul. You should have been up there wrapped up, tied up, tangled up in between your own woman. But instead, you climbing on balconies and going through back doors and stuff like that to be tiptoeing in somebody else's bushes. And so, kind of serve you right to a certain degree. But then they also, at the same time, like if you're in a position to where you know that you don't have any type of yay control, be an eligible bachelor, y'all. Be single. What's the purpose of y'all out here putting all of these extra people into this? Also, I feel terrible for the wife, terrible for her, because imagine finding out that your husband is having an affair on you this way. Imagine that. Imagine you getting a phone call that there's been a murder and it's your husband, and then you find out he was at his mistress's house. And now you got to plan a funeral and bed. I wouldn't. I personally wouldn't. The way I would get that life insurance, cash it in, and go on about my life and let his other family deal with that. Because the thing about it is, when you decided that you wanted to go and step out on me, you let me know then and there that you don't want to be family. That we're no longer family. Like, you broke our covenant at that point. So like, I would let your mama and your sisters and brothers and stuff like that handle it. That's just me. Now, for the 23-year-old, I think his name is DeCorlean Robertson. Your girlfriend wasn't the one for you, dog. Like, she wasn't. And you turned around and deleted that man. You wasn't defending her honor. That was your ego being bruised. You did that, and the girl, wait, are y'all still together? Is you still gonna be with her? Well, she's still the type of woman that she is. So you turned around and took that man out of here really in vain. And then on top of that, to see that she was on social media after you did it, posting pictures of them together, talking about how they were so close and they was really getting to know each other and she missed him and stuff like that. That should be a slap in your face right there. If walking in and catching them boot knocking wasn't a slap enough, that should be, which was all the reason why you should not have even done it, baby. What you should have done was left her. And I understand that you walked into your home, the house in which bill you pay. You should have just made them leave, call the cops, something. I hate that two lives were lost behind this. And then also, your age is showing too, like you're 23, you still young, because this is still an open investigation. And for you to get on live bragging about it at this point, they was gonna try to get you like a crime of passion type of situation. But you on there talking about how you already knew that she was living fire, you already knew she was stepping out on you and all that. So now it's giving premeditated. How are you going to be able to come back there now? Because you decided that you wanted to get out and get on the internet and start yapping. You didn't get acquitted for the crime, baby. All just happened was you just got bond. That's it. You still got to go to court. There's still okay. Moving on. I don't know if I mentioned or not, but like the stuff with Demetrius them happened in Birmingham. So this happened in Daphne. There was a murder suicide happened. Four people. It was the husband and wife, and then their two kids. Wife's name was Larica Smith, and then they had a son and a daughter, Christian and Kinsley. The son was 15 years old, and the daughter was 11. The husband decided to shoot all three of them, and then turned around and then put the gun on himself as well. And according to the investigation, like they going around asking like neighbors and stuff like that, and everybody is in total shock about this happening. They said that they were like God fearing people and was always very nice and approachable and very social. And also, there have been no prior reports of domestic violence or any type of disturbances within the family or anything. So, like, this happening is just a very, very, very big shock. And I don't really have anything to say about it, y'all. I don't know what to say. Like, sometimes you just genuinely don't know what people are going through, and it's so rough. And I hate that whatever it was that the husband was dealing with, that's what he chose to do. That's how he chose to handle it. And I know that we can have a lot to say about situations that we've never been a part of, but I feel like it probably would have been better for you to just to up and just I don't know, because I feel like if something was going on with him to that point to where he wanted to do that, even if he was to just abandon his family, leave his family, it would have left a whole lot more lasting damage also. So I don't really know what are y'all thoughts on that, y'all. So listen, it was this lady in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. She was a manager she was a manager at Winners, and she managed to finagle $20,000 in wages from the company. Basically what she did was she created a ghost employee, and so she had been clocking in and out under the under that employee. No real work had ever been done, and then she had been cashing in checks. She created an employee. His name, the name was William Bright. Had done logged in over 128 different shifts and had got like 22 bi-weekly paychecks from that, which ended up, like I said, adding up to be like $20,000. The only reason how she even got caught in the first place is because, the company got audited, they picked up on her, whatever the case may be. So now she got locked up, with them by deception. Hey, I, free her, free her, free her, free her. Listen, if you can find a way to find a way, I ain't mad at her about it, to be honest with you, because the thing about it is, like, when it comes to these major corporations, these big corp places and stuff like that, like, they got endless amounts, insurances in place, and all kind of stuff to be able to protect themselves from certain things like that. They got it. They got to take their money. If you can do what you got to do. I ain't mad at her. I hate that she got caught. Free her. Free Melinda.
Are you Ben?
Yes, I am.
Do me a favor, can you move the seat forward because it's hitting my knees at this point.
Yeah, no problem. Hold on.
It's very. Can you hold on? I didn't even put my seatbelt on, sir. You slow down. You in a rush? Because if you're in a rush, I'm gonna panic. It's too hot in here. Can I lower this window or something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Your seatbelt is really tight around my neck. Has anybody else complained about this?
No, ma'am, no.
It hurts.
Well, then take it off.
No, I'm not going to take it off. I'm going to an important meeting right now. I can't have my hair on.
You're having an important meeting at 7 p.m.?
It's not your concern what the fuck I do. I'm trying to explain to you, I'm not getting any ventilation right now. Okay? And I don't appreciate your smart remark about me having a meeting at 7 o'clock, which I'm going to be late because of you. You showed up late.
Sorry about that, okay? I'm sorry.
Are you giving me an attitude, sir?
No, ma'am, I'm not.
All I have to do is report you to Uber, and so be it. You will be kicked off this app, okay? Let me tell you, I've gotten other people kicked off. But this freaking seat is leaning on my knee. You have to have consideration for passengers when they get in your car. And you don't question them where they're going. I want another Uber driver.
First of all, girl, get the fuck out. Get out my car. Get your ass out my car. Because the thing about it is, the real issue is she's heavy fit. And you don't squash your ass in the back seat of that car knowing you couldn't fit. Then you trying to feel some type of way, trying to complain about his seatbelt. That seatbelt, it's not the seatbelt, baby. It's you. It's not the seatbelt, it's you. You back there, you can't breathe. You can't breathe everywhere you go. You already asked the man, can you roll the window down? He said, yes, roll the window down. Ain't nothing stuffy about that car, lady. You really came there with a problem anyway. And I feel like you be doing stuff. I can't stand when people do stuff like that. You walked in there with a problem to him. You saying he pulled her late, I don't believe that. I'm pretty like you rushing him, but then you want him to rush, but you also don't want him to be speeding. But he's gonna make you late. And then you're offering information to him, but then when he's trying to be engaging to you to have a conversation with you to make your ride pleasant, then you chastise him for questioning you later. You the one said something about it in the first place. Honey, get out of my car. The way I would have stopped right now. Come on, Shawty, get on up out of here. I'm canceling your ride. I'm canceling your ride. You doing too much. And then on top of that, like you sitting here trying to tell me what I can and can't do and how I should. You don't even got a car. You're not the one driving. And I feel like he didn't do anything wrong. Y'all, we have to have a little more compassion and patience for people that are service workers. I hate how a lot of us get in positions to where we are patronizing somebody, and it makes us feel like we have a piece of superiority over them, to where we could start like treating them like they beneath us because they are offering us a service. I cannot stand when people do that. Girl, get your swollen foot ass up out that man's car, because you're the problem. You could have just asked him if you could sit in the front. And then on top of that, if it was an issue with you in your weight, because like I said, I feel like that's really what it was. She was just too big for the back seat, so she was uncomfortable. You should have requested a ride, like got one of them trucks or whatever. Can't you do that? If I don't know what I'm talking about, y'all tell me. But get out my car. So I had did a poll. I asked y'all what was y'all favorite segment of the show. What was it? Was it What's New Was it Be Honest or was it what had happened? And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Be Honest got the lowest amount of votes. Actually, none of y'all voted on Be Honest at all. So I'm gonna ask y'all again, like, y'all don't like the Be Honest segment? And be honest, y'all don't like that. Like that is that the part where y'all get to skipping straight through it? Is that when y'all turn the show off and y'all go start watching something else? Let me know and be honest about it. Because like y'all when I had did that poll on Instagram, y'all be like, baby, we don't like Be Honest. We like what's new and we like what had happened. And to be honest with y'all, I thought what had happened was gonna get the highest views, but it was the wet news segment that people voted for the most. That was their favorite segment of the show. Damn. But like I said, I'm not taking it personal. We want the show to be better. It's all about growing and growing, right? I do this for y'all. I know I say this all the time. I do this for y'all. So that, okay. So if it was a situation where there was a comeback tour that would be happening between these two groups, who would you be going to? Would you go to see Jodeci or would you go to see Jagged Edge? You can only choose one. Tell me your answer and tell me why. This was a hard one for me. This was a hard one for me because get what, I love Jodeci. I love Jodeci, but I also love Jagged Edge. Don't wanna make a scene. I really don't care if people stare at us. I like both of them, but I do think that for me, I think I like Jodeci's catalog better. I think they got more songs that I would bump as opposed to Jagged Edge. So I would pick Jodeci for that reason. But I love them both. So what about y'all? Who y'all pick? If you had the opportunity to spend a day or a night with either one of these men, who would you pick and why? Wesley Snipes or Method Man? Yeah, it's gonna have to be the METHOD man. Yeah, Method Man is so fun. That man is so handsome. He's so handsome. And like even if we want to take it back to like the 90s, I ain't gonna lie. In the 90s, Wesley Snipes was fine to me. Wesley Snipes was handsome to me in the 90s. Method Man was too, but who Method Man grew into being now? Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. But he's a man. I'm gonna respect it. So, but you know, what about y'all though? Who would it be? This or that? If you had a opportunity to go to a comeback tour of these two artists, who would it be? Would it be Foxy Brown or would it be Lil Kim? Once again, my answer is the same as earlier for the same reason. I know more songs of one artist over the other, so because of that, I'm going to have to go with Lil Kim. I'm so sorry. Lil Kim, my girl. I love Foxy too, though, but I only know just a select few of her songs. Like, it's only a select few of her songs that I really be like, bumping to or whatever like that. But I do feel like she a force to be reckoned with within herself as well. I feel like if she had the right people behind her at the time, she would have been bigger than what she is or what she became. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna have to go see Lil Kim, y'all. What about y'all? Famous families. So when it comes to the family as a whole and their bodies of work, who do you like more? The Wayans or the Braxtons? For me, the Wayans. I think that almost every Wayans is talented in their own right. There's nothing that the Wayans have done for the most part that I didn't like. I think the only thing that the Wayans did that I really didn't care for, Marlon did that movie where he was like the sex tuplets. I didn't really like that movie. I didn't really like it. It didn't hit for me like I thought it would have. But overall, like everything they do is gold. That's a very, very talented family. They got help, like they do the damn thing. When it comes to the Braxtons, I just feel like they don't hit the same way. I do feel like yes, the Braxtons became a group back in the '90s as well. Like when they kind of separated from Tony. Y'all know Tony became a debut artist as a solo person, and then her sisters were singing like background for her and stuff like that throughout the duration of her career. But then they also had formed a group too. But them as a group, the other girls as a group didn't really never they never got no heat pushed behind them. So a lot of people was never introduced to them until the recent years when the show The Braxton Family Values came out, and like them as a whole, Tamar is who she is and Tony is who she is at this point. At this point, so yeah, what are y'all thoughts about that? Like I said, I'm picking the weigh-ins. Now it's time for what had happened. Once again, y'all know that if you have any what had happened stories, if you need any type of advice, have any type of question, or have a story that you would like to share, please email me at nightswithnew@gmail.com. That's NIGHTSWITHNUE@gmail.com. And once again, keep the email short, sweet, and to the point so that it can be featured on the next episode of Nights with New. So since we're in the arena of like infidelity, mistresses cheating husbands and things like that, I'm gonna tell y'all this little story about a situation that I was in. I knew this boy from church. He used to then come all the time. He used to just come every so often or whatever. So then fast forward when I walked in womanhood or whatever, whatnot, me and him ended up started having conversations with each other, and we started chilling and hanging out and having. He was bouncing on my back and I was bouncing on his. At the time, I had a homegirl that was down on her luck for a minute or whatever, and she was staying with me. There have been a few instances where I had found out that she would tiptoeing with the same men that I was tipping with too. But I found out that she was messing around with him as well. When I caught wind that she was messing with him as well, of course, like I guess I confronted her about it. We really just had a conversation. And so to further prove to me that like, yeah, I'm fucking with him, da da da, she hit him up and basically like asked him for some tea leaves because she wanted the garden. And so he was like, okay, yeah, cool, pull up on me. I'm at work. I copy some. So she didn't have a car at the time, of course. So we got in my car and we pulled up to his job. It was so funny to me that he came when he walked out the plant, he walked straight to my car. That pissed me off for real, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you, because the thing about it, it's already bad enough that you having me and my friend, but that let me know like you been having her at my house. Like how you gonna be having two different girls and stuff like that? That bothered me a little bit. So anyway, when he got there, he got in the car. I'm driving, she in the passenger seat, he in the back seat. So then she turned around and she was like, give me the this, give me the that or whatever. But he see I'm in the car. So when he got in the car, he was like, hey, how y'all doing or whatever. I'm like, yeah, what's up? So then she trying to get him to get her the tea. And then he trying to play and flex in front of me like, oh no, shout out, what the fuck? Like they gonna cost you $50 or whatever the case. And she told me for $50. I ain't never paid for no. And so he was like, what, it ain't never been nothing like this. So then I turned around and I looked at him dead in his face and I said, you don't got to play. I said, I already know y'all have. I already know. So then after that, he was like, and so he just handed her the green. So I looked at her, I said, so you really been having her and me like that. He's sitting there dumbfounded, he cried. So then I said, you might want to have both of us at the same time. I said, you might want both of us at the same time or something. He looked, she looked, we looked, and he was start smiling. I said, yeah, go in there and tell them folks at your job that you got to go. Go tell them something came up, you need to leave. We finna handle that. We finna go and handle it right now. I don't know what made me do that. I don't know what was I don't know how I was feeling so. But he did. He walked on in there in that job and told her he had to go. And he came on to the house with us. So when he got to the house or whatever, he jumped in the shower. Me and my homegirl, we talking, we chopping it up. And she like, I can't believe we finna do that. I said, I know, right? We really finna see him and have this man together like that. But like, I had already made up my mind that like after this happened, like I'm not fooling with him no more. Kinda. Now, as I had previously mentioned, I was bouncing on his back, but he also bounced on mine from time to time. But most time when we dealt with each other, I bounced on his back. My homegirl at the time only got her back bounced on. Okay. So when he got out of the shower or whatever, he's sitting there, we talking, everybody acting like they taking forever to get down to the goop or with. So I pulled his shot down, I started munching. I got the E or whatever. So I'm down there eating on him or whatever. Now she feeling some type of way. She pushed me off. She pushed me up off of her, y'all. And then she started eating. And so then after that, like they eat, then they start kissing, and then like he's sitting on the couch. I'm on the floor on my knee. I'm down there eating. She gets up. She puts her gem in his face or whatever, whatnot. So he up there munching and stuff. And then we end up migrating from the couch to the floor. Now she on the floor. He in the middle of both of us. So it's me, him, and then her. So she's sitting on the floor. He eating on her yay. I'm back there playing. I'm back there just like, damn, they just done left me out. You feel what I'm saying? But y'all remember I bounced on his back. So he got his little duke tooted up. So I started like twiddling with that back there. And y'all, he had the audacity and the nerve to be like, hold up, wait, chill out. You know, I don't play like that. I don't play like that. Yes, you do. Be honest. Yes, you do. Be honest. How are you sitting here going to pretend like me rubbing my thumb around the yo dude like that got you acting some type of way? Oh, because you was her top, but you know damn well you my bottom, and you in here trying to play in front of her. I said I don't care about any of it. I don't care about any of that. I said, boy, yes the hell you do. So then in the process of that going on, she ended up activating her water supply all over his face. Because she activated her water, she decided that she didn't want to participate no more. But he's still trying to play all macho machismo in front of her. So I'm like, you know what, let's go in the room then. Like if you don't want to be seen, if you don't want her to see you, you know, bending over, busting it wide like that, then let's go in the room then. You know, she through playing anyway. So we go in the room. As we get in the room, I'm trying to get ready to like bounce on the man back or whatever. He's starting to feel he still feels some type of way because she in there. So me and him get we get to fight a little bit. I had to punch him up a little bit because like, bro, what the hell? You know, like, and then on top of that, I felt like it was real lighthearted to her anyway because how come you gonna see and activate your water supplies and then you don't want to participate no more? You want to feel some type of way about the fact that we still trying to play with each other because you don't caught yours. Didn't nobody tell you to get through so quick. So I had them told her, like, look, Shawty, your grandmama stay right down the road. You can go knock on your grandma door, go home. Go to your grandmama house. Because I got to handle him real quick, you know. But in the process of that, though, he was like, no, I'm going to take a rain check. I got to go. My phone rang and this, that, and the third, whatever, right? Okay, so fast forward. Now, I'm a backtrack a little bit, y'all. Around this time, this is when I did hair. I sold hair. I had a hair salon, all those different things. Okay, so I had this client who I knew her loosely because we used to go to school together. Okay, we used to go to school together, but then after I had like started doing hair and stuff like that, I started selling her hair and I would do her hair from time to time. She bought hair from me more than she got her hair done. A lot of times she would do her own hair. Okay, so fast forward. I get the text from the number that I did not know. And she was like, she called me some name. I was like, you got the wrong number. She was like, no, hell, I don't. Why you didn't tell me that my husband was gay? I said, who is your husband? You know, and it ended up being him. It ended up being him. I said, oh, damn. I said, so then, like, I was like, oh, didn't know that. So after that, she started going on like, nah, yeah, hell, you did. You knew that. You knew we were married. You knew that with my husband. Y'all gay. You gonna catch AIDS and die. And all of that different stuff. And she ended up posting, our conversations, like our text message threads and stuff like that, all over Facebook and stuff like that. It ended up like being a big old thing. Had my family members calling me and my parents calling me, talking, like questioning me about it, like what this is about you messing with this man and stuff like that. And I thought that was so stupid for them to be questioning me, asking me about messing around with somebody. Because at this point, like I told them, I said, y'all calling me, questioning me like y'all so shocked and surprised I'm sleeping around with men. I done came out. Now, y'all. So why y'all sit here questioning if I'm messing around with men or not? Duh. Yeah, like, hell yeah, I am. I'm like, but as far as him being married to her, I did not know that. All them times I did that girl hair, she never said nothing about her. She never had no conversation with me about her personal relationships. I never knew she was married, and I damn sure didn't know she was married to him. Because, like I said, I knew him from church. Anytime he would come to the church, he never came with her. He never came with nobody. As far as like a girl, you get what I'm saying? He would come with like his stepdaddy. He would always be there on his own accord. So yeah, that became that big old thing. Of course, I cut him off for that. I really was gonna cut him off anyway because, like I said, I found out you would have my homegirl. So like, baby girl, I'm the least of your problems for real, for real. Because like, jokes on you, I didn't want him no more. And if he was messing with me and my homegirl, I ain't no telling who all else he was messing with, right? Come to find out, fast forward, never mind, hold it. I'm gonna leave y'all with that. That's all I have for y'all tonight. How y'all like the episode? Talk to me. Good night. If you have not, make sure you thumbs up this video and subscribe to me and click that notification bell so you'll know every time a new episode airs. But it comes out every Wednesday at 9 o'clock. Did we have a good night? I told you would. Everything will be all right at the end of the night.